We're live in
All
3,
right.
2, 1.
Howdy there, true believers. Welcome back. Is that how you? That's not how you envision us starting off the podcast. All right, for real though, this time, definitely not gonna leave it in. That'd be ridiculous. What's that fresh? Howdy there, true believers. Welcome to this new endeavor where we are partaking into. Welcome to the inaugural episode of a brand new podcast we got. It's called NewWorldNation.
That's our podcast thing? NewWorldNation.
I can't use a soundboard.
Yeah, they can just imagine it. Come on, guys. Use a little imagination.
Imagination.
Oh, yeah, I'm here too, guys. It's your New World nerd. I mean, New World gamer.
That's your New World turd. Your resident New World turd.
Shut up.
All right. This is the official podcast of the NewWorldNerds YouTube channel. Look at us trying to diversify our portfolio. I know you got tons of questions. What is this? Why is this? What's for dinner? We can answer some of those questions, and it's probably roast beef. All right. What is this podcast here? I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, and I lost the card. Who knows? Who knows where it went? No, I got it. I got to
be prepared.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared like a Thanksgiving ham, lathered up. Real nice. All right. What this podcast is, what we will be doing is rewatching and reviewing one MCU, that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, a week until our minds are officially blown on May 2nd with the release of Avengers 4. Let down. Life is full of disappointments. And we already got the best movie ever made.
Don't have high standards and you'll never be disappointed, you know?
Yeah, have zero expectations in your life and you'll never be disappointed.
Exactly.
Quote from Dodgeball, Peter LaFleur, Vince Vaughn's character. Boom.
I have a poster of him up on my wall. I wake up to him.
Wake up to him. And as soon as I wake up, all my with my morning pee, all my expectations go right down the toilet. Exactly. Right down there. You might be wondering if, hey, this is a Marvel podcast. Why is there no Marvel pun? It's like, well, because I'm not super creative and we're going to run out of Marvel movies real quick. All right. That's why. Because after Avengers 4, who knows what the future will hold. Actually, we do. It's going to be Teen Titans Go because Mike Ross said so. I'm really curious to see how this goes. So what's going to happen every week? I already told you about the Marvel movies and everything. I'm going to be your host, Superman Nico, not Superman Nico. I got a different one. Somebody said a different one. It's like, oh, I thought it said, what was it? It was something weird. I'm not going to remember it. Anyways. And then I'm going to switch out the co-host every week. So today we got the New World Gamer. We got the OG. The boy. Your boy Skinny Poons.
Your boys are back in town.
Your toys are back in town. Toy Story 3. All right. Toy Story 4. Out. Not a sponsor. I was really curious, though. You'll see anybody you've seen on the YouTube channel up to this point is probably going to end up talking in one of these podcasts. My friends, they're always trying to steal my limelight. Once I get big and famous, they're always trying to get in on it.
Now that you're big, that's how they want it.
Yeah, and we're not even big, so it's really like, joke's on them. All right, I was really curious how this was going to work, and I can already see how it's going to work. I'm going to talk and drink, and you're going to laugh at what I say, and that's our friendship dynamic.
Exactly.
That's what makes it so special. How do you feel like you're going to do as a shy person on a podcast?
Very bad.
And that's it, folks. Very good. That's his analysis for the day. All right. Exactly. Before we get started, we're going to swanton bomb right into this bad boy. But I want to start off and really date this episode by talking about a little bit of Marvel news.
Have you even said what we're going to review today?
They'll figure it out. It's the first one. Inaugural episode. We're talking about Marvel movies. They're all in order. Should I have said that? We're going to talk about Iron Man, but first,
exactly.
We're going to talk about the 2008's Iron Man, the Man of Iron. But first, we're going to talk about some news. Did you know what happened yesterday?
No, I do not.
Oh, Cowboys beat the Saints. I got him. Bloody got him, mate. Fucking roasted him.
About Marvel. Okay, this isn't New World Sports yet. All right.
New World Sports.
This
Mike
is
Ross.
Mike Ross.
Yasmin Banks.
You can't be stealing his idea.
All right. No, but Daredevil got canceled by Netflix yesterday.
I thought that was today. I saw that today.
Oh, well, yeah, because you were in a beer coma.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
But what
you had to
happened?
drown
Why
your
did they
sorrows.
cancel it?
Well, I think that they're just like, oh, well, we're gonna move everything to the Disney streaming service, so bye bye. We're not gonna go the New World Nerds route and diversify. You know, we want them all in one. We want them all
segregated,
separate but equal properties. We do not condone that here at New World Nerds. Yeah, but this. It doesn't come as a surprise because Iron Man and Luke Cage both got snapped out by the Marvel
Iron Fist.
The Disney executives fucking jerk each other off, dipping their balls in cocaine. You know how they do it.
He meant Iron Fist, not Iron Man.
Did I say Iron Man?
Yeah, I was like, what?
No, the movie's canceled.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, they already made it. I don't know. He's gonna take all the movies back.
Yeah, all three of them. Maybe just the third one. All right, but yeah, that's crazy because coming off a great season 3, I really like Daredevil. What was the last Daredevil you watched? Season 2?
Season 2, yeah. I've heard a lot of good stuff about this one. That's why I was surprised. I thought they were gonna keep it on Netflix.
Yeah, I thought Jessica Jones was gonna be the next one, honestly, but I heard they might have already finished filming that one, so season 3 for that. So they're like, well, we didn't know you guys were gonna cancel. We already started working on it. Like, God, do better, guys.
We already have it here.
Yeah, and they already finished filming Punisher season 2, so they're gonna be like, "Oh, better figure out how to end that." Spoiler alert: all bad guys die, and probably him too.
So I was gonna say, so are they gonna keep like the Daredevil stuff in the Disney stream?
I don't think they can't do that because I think Netflix owns it. Because I think they did like what they did before, which was like license out their characters and be like, oh, well, you guys pay for half of it, we'll pay for half of it, and you guys make a show and we'll take half your money.
Yeah. We do nothing. You just have the name.
Yeah. and it's really crazy because Netflix doesn't really like. I feel like it never cancels anything. Yeah, like Orange is the New Black is on fucking season 25 or some shit.
And Orange is the New Black in space.
Yeah. It's like, just Space Jail. Welcome to Space Jail. You know, we don't got two girls making out. We got two different species.
Oh, my God.
We got moon girls. Topless. Rug munching in the shower. I don't know. I've never seen the show. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You kind of got it pretty much. The whole gist of the show.
Yeah, that's the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why most people watch it, I thought. Anyways, we just lost half of our demographic. Sorry, Angeli. I didn't mean anything by it. But yeah, I think it's really dumb. I think I saw something. Nobody knows for sure what's going on because nobody knows except for like the Disney executives and Netflix, Marvel, whatever. And I think they're just like, they're not very lucrative anymore because they've dropped off in viewership from season to season, really in all the shows. And I think because Defenders was a little lukewarm, I enjoyed it. Luke Cage warm, got him. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was fine. Definitely could have been better, but I think it could have been better because like there's no crossover like in the regular shows, and I think that's really like what was wrong with Phase 2 of the MCU. Also, like there's no crossovers.
Like they just jump in like as a team at one point.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like when they called Iron Fist a thundering dumbass. It's probably my favorite part of the whole show.
Still never seen any of that shit. So.
Oh, spoiler alert!
Man, no, I don't have to watch it anymore.
Spoiler alert! We got him. They get him.
So even Daredevil has been losing viewership.
Yeah, dude, it like dropped off like half the people from season 2 to season 3.
What? Wait, was season 2 that bad? I don't remember.
Season 2 was great. I love season 2, but apparently it was lower rated than the other ones. Like both season 1 and 3 were rated in the 90s, and season 2 was like 78 or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Punisher. I don't get why people don't like Daredevil season 2. I think it's better than season 1 because Punisher, fucking.
That's when he comes in, just
Yeah,
starts
you
fucking
get
shit up.
yeah, like I love the realistic stuff, but give me the fucking red suit and shit. That's what I live for. Like, give me all the put the comic book stuff right into my veins.
Give you some Ben Affleck.
Give me some. And let's not talk about your favorite Marvel movie of all time now.
Best soundtrack in the game. Okay.
Yeah. James Gunn, get out of here with your fucking good music from the 70s and shit.
No.
We need
bring me to life. Okay.
Early 2000s grunge is where it's at.
Exactly.
Anyways, let's start talking about Daredevil. It's sad. We'll pour some out right into my mouth for Daredevil. Here I go.
Glug, glug, glug.
The taste so sad.
Pour one out for the Saints also.
Pour one. Shut up. Pour one out. Pour one out for the Super Bowl chances. Am I right, guys? All right, let's move on to the next bit of news. It's Avengers 4. There's no news. That's the news. No title.
There's never been any news though.
No title. There's never been any news.
Yeah.
Is it going to be time travel? Maybe.
You know what? They're just gonna release it next week. Surprise release.
It's gonna be on Netflix. And
yeah.
Oh my! I told Gabby, I was like, "What if?" And they cancel all the fucking Netflix shows, and then they release the Avengers 4 trailer, and then at the last fucking frame of the trailer, the Defenders come in. Yeah, the Defenders come out. I would.
Dude, that'd be pretty fucking badass.
My freaking jizz would hit the ceiling. It'd make a hole in the roof. They call the landlord.
I've never been so hard in my life.
Oh, hey, the New World Nation now for kids. Yeah. Time to go to bed. I don't care what time it is. I don't care where you are. Shouldn't be watching this at school anyways. Yeah, there's no trailer, no title. I was just like, if you really want to, don't even give us the title. Just want some fucking footage. Please.
They know what they're doing. They gave you a little taste and everything with Avengers 3. They're like, you know what?
A little taste? That blew my fucking mind. That's a little taste.
More, and
they sure as hell did. That's
when
for
does
damn
it come
sure. May 2nd.
May? Like already?
Yeah. This upcoming year. They ain't wasting no time.
I know, for real. They're just getting them back to back.
Because they shot them at the same time, so they're the actors have no idea what's gonna happen, really. For the most part, except for because they just know what they shot. They shot it all together, so they didn't know what this final cut's gonna look like. They didn't know what was just cut from Infinity War and wasn't taken into the fourth one because they don't even get the full script. Nobody does.
They just get their little dialogue.
Yeah. So they're they'll even be people have talked about it, Tom Holland and Elizabeth Olsen have talked I'm in a room by myself. They're punch that way. Who am I punching? Don't worry about it.
Just fucking do it, all right?
You shut your big mouth. We don't want you to tell.
We know you like to leak shit.
Yeah, we know it's you. We know it's one of you British motherfuckers or Mark Ruffalo.
Isn't everyone British? Freaking all the actors.
No, there's only Loki's dead. It's fine. Spoiler alert. He was on borrowed time when he stopped being a frost giant. What were we talking about? I don't even remember. Anyways, thanks for joining us. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was going to say about Avengers 4. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be off the chain is what the mid 2000s me would say. I wouldn't.
I would say I have no expectations. Well, yeah, there's no news, so literally have zero expectations.
I have expectations. I expect my mind to be fully blown. We're gonna go all the way to third base with my brain. All right. Let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and put on a giant metal suit that's not iron. It's a titanium alloy.
Iron Man just sounds better.
Yeah, it's a little simple thing. All right, let's talk about let's talk about the movie first. Let's not go into the content. Let's go to the context. Let's go back to May 2nd, 2008. What had just come
Okay,
out? A bunch of fucking shit Fox Marvel movies. Oh, it was just a bunch of garbage. And baby, I'll tell you, I was in a movie slump. Before I saw this movie, I thought for the past year, I thought every movie was garbage. Because I think outside of Star Wars, the most hype I got for a movie before Iron Man or before like the MCU, before I got big into superheroes and stuff like that, was Indiana Jones: Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And I feel like I don't have to say the rest of the story.
Never saw that one, so.
You never saw it?
No, I never saw it.
Anyways, we got Shia LaBeouf being Indiana Jones is illegitement. just do it. Shia, just do it, LaBeouf. From Even Stevens.
But honestly, when the Iron Man 2 came out, or no, just Iron Man came out, I didn't even watch it till like maybe like months after.
Like not in the theater or
no, not at all. Yeah. I watched it like on a DVD. Maybe it was just playing on someone's background, but I did not watch it when it came out. I wasn't excited for it. I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah, because I'm the reason you're a nerd. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I hadn't seen each other yet.
Introduced. I mean, I wasn't born into the nerd life. I was introduced to it.
Yeah, you didn't know the nerds till you were already a man.
And by then it was blinding.
Yeah, everybody knows. But anyway,
so many comics, I didn't know which way to go.
So it's gonna sound like I take like my parents' word like to heart, and I kind of do a lot of the times. I don't anymore because they don't like a lot of stuff. But when I went to go see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull with my mom, and then I came out, I was like, all right, that was good. And she was like, you liked it? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, okay.
Your opinion fucking sucks, but okay.
Yeah, and she didn't really say anything. And I was just like, I wonder why she said that. I saw it again with my friends like the next week. And I was like, oh no.
Did I like this movie?
This movie's bad because I like hyped it up too. Like I was like, "Oh, dude, it's so good!" Like, "Oh, maybe better than Raiders, dude." Ooh, that was a swing and a miss.
They got 2 giant boulders now.
Good luck running away from that one because there's another one coming right for your face. And he had to jump into a fridge. But yeah,
looking like the critic from freaking Ratatouille, just hating everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Ooh, baby, that's a great. Ooh, baby boy, that's a triple. That's a great analogy. I was looking like fucking Ratatouille, and then freaking. Oh,
well,
so
I don't know what his name. Igor.
That's not. I don't know. Fucking Tim. But so. Yeah, and so when I saw the trailer for Iron Man, when I saw the trailer for Incredible Hulk, I'm like, boo! That's gonna be trash. Like I remember
making this.
I was like, boo! Why are we even making movies? Boo! Like I think I saw it when I went to go see Cloverfield. That's how old that was. And I was like, I was really hyped for Cloverfield, and then I left it. I'm like, that's all right.
You like Cloverfield?
No, I like it. I like it a little bit. I know it could be better, but that was the first like found footage movie I'd ever seen. So I thought it was
exactly
like groundbreaking. And then it just kind of like rewatched. I'm like, it's all right. But again, movie slump. So that's probably why I'm just gonna go chalk it up to that. We're gonna throw it up to the movie slump. And then I remember seeing the Iron Man thing, and like it was cool because you saw him like shoot across the sky. I was like, oh, like it looked technically good, but I was just like. It's
still gonna suck. Yeah, it's gonna fucking suck. I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
And then I don't think I didn't see it. I think I saw it opening weekend, but I didn't go see it like at midnight or anything. I wasn't that level yet. I was a beginner. I was year 2 if this was Hogwarts. I was just fighting off basilisks and stuff. Oh no, my nerd is showing. Yeah. So I went to go see it. I think it was me and my mom and my friend Roger. You know Roger. Go home, Roger. We went to go see it, and I was blown away. I thought it was the coolest shit in the fucking world. And I remember like waiting. My mom's like, no. I want to stay to see if there's an end credit scene. She literally said that. My mom is a fortune teller. She had a premonition. I don't know.
She knew it before it came true.
Yeah. But because she in X-Men: The Last Stand, there's a end credit scene because you know how Professor X dies in that movie. Spoiler alert.
Or there's the one where he's like outside with the plane or the jet. I mean.
What? No, Last Stand.
Something else.
Last Stand is where Jean stares at him and then he turns to ash, turns to dust.
I don't remember that at all. But okay.
Good. You're lucky. You're one of the lucky ones. Yeah. So, and then there's this end credit scene where he's in the hospital bed and he wakes up. He's like, "Oh, fucking Professor X, I'm back." But back, it's because he had an identical twin brother, and he transferred his consciousness into his brain. He was in a coma, so he was already dead. So it's not like he's killing his brother. We promise.
Are you serious? That's what they
Yes,
did?
that's a real end credit scene. Go look it up. That's for you. That's one you guys would take home. You can take that one home for you. Dropping that knowledge on you. I know too much about this stuff. I wish I knew math.
This is way more.
This is way more. But so yeah, she didn't want to miss another end credit scene because she was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." And then I told her, I was like, "Mom, everyone's gone. Like they're already cleaning everything. We need to get."
Look, that guy's picking up some popcorn.
Yeah, like they were like kicking people out pretty much. And then I was like, "Mom, we need to go." And she was like, "Fine, whatever." And then a few days later, I get home. I guess from school. I don't really. Yeah, it was probably school. I didn't have much going on.
Fucking young. Yeah.
I didn't have much going on.
From a big ass
I came back from a rager.
Yeah, that's pretty lit.
Came back from one of those jellyfish jams. But and then she was like, "You're in trouble." I'm like, "Oh fuck, what did I do?" I was like, "Damn it!" And I was like, I thought I was doing good in school." She handed me a piece of paper, and I'm like, "The fuck?" And then I read it. And then it explains what happens in the end credit scene. Samuel Jackson or Robert Downey Jr. walks into his fucking living room, and fucking Samuel Jackson's there, and he says, "I'm Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D." And I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" And it says, "I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative." And I'm like, "What? The Avengers? I just watched that animated movie last week. I
didn't know what the Avengers were until the movie was about to come out, I think.
Oh, yeah, when we all went at midnight, humble break.
I think that was the first midnight showing I went to. But yeah, they were talking about like Avengers and all that. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what's an Avenger? Like,
yeah,
I don't understand.
I only knew that because I watched like the Ultimate Avengers, like straight to DVD cartoon animated thing, and it was fucking dope. But I want like that's the thing is I didn't even like it as much as I should have because I'm like because the trailers for that animated movie are very misleading. They made it seem like they were going to be a full-fledged team, like they're all fighting like oh shit like we're under attack. They were fighting alien Nazis, of course.
Oh, of course they have to be Nazis.
Yeah, because,
that's how you know they're bad.
Yeah, that's how you know. Because some aliens are good. I mean, Thor's practically an alien when you think about it.
E.T., you know? Come on.
E.T. Extraterrestrial, the extraterrestrial. Because it's E.T., the extraterrestrial. Anyways. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. But then, like, they all just happen to, like, be in the same place at the same time, basically. Like, yeah.
They weren't, like, a whole team.
Yeah. Well, like, because I was like, oh, dude, they got the Hulk. How did they get the Hulk to, like, behave, dude?
But he wasn't. He was just.
No, he just ended up. Yeah, he was basic. In the beginning of the movie, he was on like antidepressants, and then he kind of just. It was so weird, so weird. But yeah, he just kind of showed up, and he was like, "I'm gonna smash," and then Betty Ross was like, "Nah, you'll kill me. You split me in half." And then so he just ended up smashing the spaceship, Nazi alien spaceship. Of course. Yeah, but yeah, so I was like, oh, but it was really cool. Like in that movie, they did like thaw out Cap, and it was the future. Like it was a little further than like the 2000s. It was like 2020 or some shit like that. At least it looked like it. I don't know. And Nick Fury was black. Because it was the Ultimate Avengers. It's not the regular racist mainline MC or Marvel Universe.
Why do you say they're racist?
Well, I mean, it was made a long time ago. Isn't everybody right? I don't really have any. And yeah, so I got in trouble, whatever. And then so I went to the movie theater to see it a second time just so I could see the end credit scene. And I lost my mind.
Yeah, when I rewatch Iron Man now 2, I appreciate it much more than I did back when I first saw it. Well, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like a part of S.H.I.E.L.D.? What the hell is S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Strategic Homeland Investigation Logistic Division. Espionage and Logistic Division? I don't know. I think I got most of them.
What did he say? Like, you need a better name.
Yeah. And then I didn't even think, honestly, I didn't know. Like, I didn't think about it. And then when they said S.H.I.E.L.D., it clicked. I was like, oh, shit, S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, because I watched Spider-Man.
Yeah, I wasn't that much of a nerd yet, so I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. S.H.I.E.L.D. Got a better name.
Yeah, and then this movie, this movie changed Hollywood, but like Avengers really changed Hollywood because Avengers wasn't even that hyped up. Like as much as I was hyped for Avengers, like the world wasn't super hyped up, and I think that's the one that changed like Hollywood. This changed like superhero movies. I like to think is a really good superhero movie, and I like this movie so much, and I think it would be like the best comic book movie that came out that year, but I think The Dark Knight came out also. But I like Iron Man probably better than The Dark Knight. Fucking shoot me. Just because I think The Dark Knight is such a great movie, but it's one of the worst things to happen to superhero movies. Because how many times have we... Why do you say that? Because like everything had to be dark after that. Like no, that's not. It's just
like all gritty. It's like
it's just like no, that's not what we liked about it. We liked it because it was real people, and they changed the characters a little bit, but they did them justice. You know what I mean?
They still paid a little bit of homage.
Yes, and they're just like, oh, everything's got to be dark and gritty. We got to make everything. Well, all right, take the brightness on all the shots down. Right. We got to make a gritty Fantastic Four movie. What? No, we got to make a dark, gritty Superman movie. What are you talking? He's brooding. Shut up. Everybody's brooding in this universe. And they're the same. Their moms have the same name.
So both of those movies came out at the same time, to Iron Man and Dark Knight?
Yeah, I think The Dark Knight came out a few months later.
Okay. I probably saw freaking Dark Knight more because it was DC. I knew more about Batman than I did about fucking Iron Man.
Yeah,
I had no idea who Iron Man was.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to say with that, but I think that's why like a lot of the Marvel movies did better like with their universes initially, because I think that they didn't have definitive versions of these characters. Iron Man, Captain America, like.
So Robert Downey mold them to the character.
Exactly. Like the comics mimicked the movies after these movies came out. Like
I only see Iron Man as Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly.
Like, that's the only person I see him as now.
And so like that's why there was no Iron Man. There wasn't like a Captain America and all these Phase 1 movies aside from the Hulk, which we won't talk about. Sad Hulk, Eric Bana. I already tune in the next episode to find out about that. But like none of these people had definitive versions of these characters, but Superman, like people like Christopher Reeve Superman, some people like Brandon Routh Superman, not a lot of people, probably just me. A lot of people like All-Star Superman, New 52 Superman. Like there's just so many like different versions of that. Yeah. Exactly, and that like the most people like in like even to a casual fan know like different versions, and like same thing with Batman. Like there was. Like some of my cousins, like they grew up on like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and one of my cousins told me Batman Forever is his favorite Batman movie, and I'm just like,
kidding?
No,
he's being serious.
He's like, this is my favorite Batman movie, and then I know somebody else, their favorite movie is Batman and Robin, not ironically like how it's my favorite movie because it's so fucking hilarious.
Just because it's an actual great superhero comic.
Yeah. It's just like his reason was because, or actually, it's a subscriber, Valdo, Gabby's cousin.
Okay.
No, not cousin.
Shout out,
uncle. Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out. Mercedes, M Town. Yeah, he's the one that told me. He's like, I like Batman and Robin because this Bane is actually Mexican.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, that's a reason. I like it.
That's a good.
I like it because it's fucking insane.
I don't even remember that. Is that the one with Jim Carrey in it?
No, that's Batman Forever. The one Batman and Robin is Arnold Schwarzenegger as Iceman or Mr. Freeze.
Ice puns.
Dr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze. All right, chill.
You got it.
Nah, I'll figure it out. What were we talking about? Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I never forgot. All right, here's a synopsis of Iron Man. Tony Stark, he was in Afghanistan to show off the new Jericho missile. The trip goes off the trails, the sand trails. The bloody sand trails when a group of radicals known as the Ten Rings attack the convoy. For those of you who don't know, Ten Rings is a group controlled by the Mandarin. Tune in to Iron Man 3 to find out more.
I had no idea who the Ten Rings were also.
Yeah.
So when they said the name and had like dramatic music around it, I was like,
trust me, I had no idea either. Like at the time,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, bad guys.
Yeah, that's all I thought too. 10 rings, bad guys all around.
They kidnapped Stark. They're like, you better make us a weapon. And then we're like, we'll totally let you go afterwards. We won't fucking shove this new missile up your butt. And fucking,
Yeah.
And then, dude, Jensen. I forgot about Jensen.
It's so sad,
dude.
Well, is it sad? Because I mean, he sacrifices himself so he could be with his family.
Dude, like every time someone like talks about like their family like that's off screen, I always think they're dead because of Jensen.
Because of him?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to be reunited with my family. I was like, because they're dead. And you're going to sacrifice yourself? No, like they live in Michigan. Like,
yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Now who's being all dark and broody?
Is Jensen the saddest death in the MCU?
I thought it was Coulson for a little bit, but then
he came back. Is he the only one that stayed dead? He's like Uncle Ben.
Loki's probably dead now.
Okay, how many fucking tries did he get? At the end of Thor, he fell off.
I think he would be this
and died possibly because Thanos was like, no resurrections this time. So I think he brought him back to life and gave him the scepter and was like, oh, go take Earth from me because I'm just a lazy prick. And then he fucking died at the end of Thor: The Dark World, and then he died. Now he's.
But yeah, I think that is like the saddest. Like,
yeah,
almost.
It has to be. I'm trying to think of literally anybody else who died that stayed dead.
Like even as a friend.
Yeah. Oh, Bucky in the first Avengers. Nick Fury and Winter Soldier.
He comes back.
Rhodey.
They come back.
Rhodey in Civil War. Dude, everybody just comes back. Look, they make so much money. Black Panther and Black Panther. Just all the villains are the ones who die. We're not going to talk about. Yeah, he makes the arc reactor in the fuck cave, and then he makes a suit. He escapes, and he's like, "Hey, we need to stop weapons." One of my favorite parts of this movie, I think it's very underrated, where he's like, it's like two things: American cheeseburger, press conference, cheeseburger first.
That's one of your favorite parts. My favorite part is probably the ending.
I am Iron Man.
Dude, I just thought about it. I was like, that's such a badass freaking ending.
I know.
Like you just get like the chills. Like,
yeah.
Oh shit, it's fucking Iron Man.
Hell yeah.
It's so cool. I was like, I don't know another movie that ended like that gave you chills. Like, oh god, he is Iron Man.
Ooh. Definitely not Iron Man 3.
But yeah, I was like, this is probably the best ending I've seen that I can remember.
Really?
Which is not saying much because I don't.
You don't remember shit.
Yeah.
You don't think Infinity War has the best ending?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
No, I mean that's not as. No, that is pretty cool.
Well, that's not as cool as saying that you're a superhero. Yeah,
but still, he just like announces it publicly, like fucking the first like superhero thing. He's like,
yeah,
just comes out and reveals himself as a fucking
exactly. Yeah, I think you're onto something because that like never happened before then. Like,
yeah,
Peter's like,
there was like secret.
She can't know my secret. No,
exactly.
Mr. Stark can't know my secret. Sorry.
And so you see this guy being a superhero, and you're like, here we go.
Here we
this
go.
guy's gonna be like hidden secret identity, and fucking, you know what? fuck it, I am Iron Man. That's probably what I would have done too. Like,
bitch. Yeah, dude, definitely. Every time I see that, I was like, just like, especially like in like the CW shows, I'm like, just tell him. Come on.
Yeah, like fuck it. Come on.
Iris gonna be all over you if you just tell her.
Yeah.
Tell her that you can. Tell her you can vibrate that thing.
You can vibrate anyway.
Anyway, you want, girl. Even though you're my sister wife.
I know, that's so weird.
Anyways, we'll have a different. But that'll be in the summer when we run out of Marvel movies. We'll talk about the Flash. So when I like rewatching this, I was kind of hoping that like Ironmonger Obadiah Stane would be.
Is that who he's supposed to be? I was gonna ask you, like, who is that guy supposed to be?
Yeah,
like, is he like a main villain or just a random?
Nah. How many Iron Man villains do you know that aren't the Mandarin? That weren't in the movie.
You did not even know the Mandarin.
Oh, okay. Well,
so literally none.
Okay. Well, there you go. Who cares? I didn't even know his name was Ironmonger because he's not called it in the movie. I didn't know until I was like Googling everything after I found out the Avengers were happening.
So there's Killmonger and Ironmonger?
Look, the names are...
They ran out of names.
there's only so many words.
Oh, shit.
There's literally a villain called Titanium Man, all right? Chill out.
All right. Sorry, dude. I didn't know you took it so seriously.
No, you...
With your naming.
Look, all right. Stan called me, and I told him... told him what I thought.
He can get a pass on this one. It's okay, Stan.
Anyways, but I'll take this one. I was hoping Jeff Bridges would be Hydra, because like how they're all hidden or whatever. So he could have been like, "Hey, I kind of whispered in Alexander Pierce's ear from the Winter Soldier, like, hey, maybe he's gonna be driving here this day, so maybe just send out the Winter Soldier and murder his
and
dad."
and Hell Hydra."
And they all ended up being Hail Hydra anyways. But like, yeah, I think that would have been kind of cool. And maybe he was like helping like Hydra. But like, I thought about that. I was like, no, but he kind of helped the 10 Rings. Bad guys don't play nice with each other.
Yeah.
But
10 Rings and Hydra. But I like that guy as freaking Ironmonger. I just like it whenever he plays anybody.
Yeah, I liked it. There was one part where I thought like, nah, he's a good guy. Because when he gave him a slice of pizza.
I knew it. I don't know how I knew, but I was going to say the pizza part.
Yeah. Doesn't that just seem like, that seems like a genuine fan moment. Like, I'm mad at you. Take a slice of pizza. I know you're hungry. This pizza's real good. Like, I still.
Yeah, I guess it's a nice little gesture that shows a lot.
Yeah.
That he wanted to fucking kill him. Maybe he poisoned that fucking pizza.
That's why it wasn't had nothing to do with this little like cardiac arrest button. It was all the pizza. Like all of us, am I right? All the bloody dairy and that cheese.
But yeah, so that guy turns into Ironmonger. That freaking suit looks like the Hulkbuster when I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like looking at it, and I was like, dude, why does this guy look like the fucking Hulkbuster?
Yeah, he's fucking huge because he's compensating for something. Ha! He's got a small dick. Pepper Potts, great. I think that if they told Gwyneth Paltrow, you're going to be playing this character for years, I feel like she'd be like, no. I don't want to. But yeah, I think she's perfect in the role. I don't know.
Yeah, she did good too. But I just don't understand, like, not actor-wise, but character-wise, like, why would she even want Tony Stark? This girl's literally kicked, like, thousands of women out of his bedroom. Tony Stark probably has a disease, an STD, to be honest.
No, he wraps it up. No, that's what the extremis is for later.
Oh.
Yeah. You know. Totally. Oh, but I think the best part of this movie is Colonel Rhodes, Terrence, next time baby Howard.
Oh, man, I wish he would have stayed in us freaking.
Right? I don't know why. I
don't know. I just like him better. I don't know why.
I feel the same way. There was a lot of parts in Iron Man 3 where I'm just like that was the first time I kind of felt it because he was like the Iron Patriot and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't really care if you died right now. Like, ooh.
Yeah, like just bring the guy back. I was like, oh man.
Like I remember when that shit happened. I'm like, oh fuck, like, what's gonna happen next time? Like I knew who War Machine was because of the Spider-Man cartoon. That's the only reason why. And so I was like, oh fuck, is that him? is it, like I didn't
like
I didn't know that until he looked at the suit and I was like, oh, it is fucking War Machine, dude. I knew it. And he's like, next time, baby.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, yeah, when he said that, I was like, next time, like, what, you're gonna be like Iron Man also? Yeah, Iron Man Junior. I don't get it. And then it was just like Silver. So I didn't know who War Machine was. So I was like, okay, I mean,
Kid Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yeah, something like that. I just didn't know who War Machine was.
Iron Kid. Iron Lad.
Just so many. But yeah, I feel like he would have played it better. I don't know. I feel like the other guy looks super old. He just looks like frail and old.
A little bit.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why he's paralyzed now.
Well, yeah. He fucking fell from the fucking
He broke his hip.
sky.
That shit was crazy, though. I love that part in Civil War, but that's not what we're talking about. Phil.
And surprisingly, that Ironmonger and Iron Man fight scene wasn't that long.
Yeah.
I watched it. I was like, yeah, this is like, it happened really fast. All you do is like fight a little. What is it? Tussle?
A little tussle?
I don't know.
I
don't know what it is.
A little fight?
Fuck. No, what they say in the fucking Batman v Superman when they're making fun of
the
British guys.
Oh, they're Australian? Shout out to the Weekly Planet.
Australian. Yeah.
They're like, they fight for a bit, then they're mates.
Yeah, they fight for a bit, and then they just fucking fly up, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He outsmarted him. You think, no, all of his scientists were really dumb. It seemed like. They didn't.
Yeah, there wasn't really much fighting in this one. I don't really think.
No, but
a lot of Iron Manning.
but dude, how fucking cool was it when he's watching the news and he's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go and fucking.
I'm gonna go do something."
Exactly. How many people who watch the news feel like that? Like, I just see all this shit. And I just wish there was something I could do. I'm sure there is that is a lot longer and harder than jumping in a metal suit and punching somebody in the goddamn face.
Just fly across the country.
Yeah. Like, I know there is probably something I could do. We could always do more. But like, just that instant like gratification of I'm putting on this suit and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna shove my fucking U.S. flag right up your butthole.
Dude, that's pretty much what he did. He went over there, kicked ass, and then left.
Yeah, and also like you're not supposed to do that. Remember those accords you're gonna sign in the future.
yeah, come on now.
And like they're like all. I like how he's like the one preaching about it. Like we need checks and balances. Like, bitch, you need checks and balances. You're the one making You're the one fucking making all your own villains and shit. And fucking
Ultron,
Whiplash, Mandarin somehow. Everybody's your fault.
And he made Ironmonger pretty much with his blueprints.
Pretty much.
This guy.
You should have stayed up there and ate the rest of the pizza. That's all I'm saying. And no, but how badass was the part with the tank though?
Where he just looks away, he'd let the fucking tanks just shoot him.
Yes.
I was like, wait, hold up. Whoever's in that tank has a fucking badass aim. Shooting this guy who's going fucking flying like a jet. And this guy in a tank is able to shoot him down?
Yeah.
This guy's fucking good.
I was like, there's no way he doesn't have soft tissue damage. There's no way.
Yeah, but then he just gets up and fucking just shoots him and looks away. You know why? Cool guys don't look at explosions.
No, they never do. Why would you? What are you, some kind of pansy worried about your health? Worried about your own well-being? Sounds like you...
Some debris? Come on.
Check your privilege at the door.
And that scene... in the scene in the beginning where like he gets blasted by his own fucking rocket.
That's so funny.
That was like, what? It was like, that rocket's designed to kill. How didn't it? I understand he had that little fucking chest plate, whatever the fuck. But I was like, that was a fucking big old rocket. How did he not die?
What are you talking about?
The guy did in the beginning.
Oh yeah, the missile, like the shrapnel. I was like, you make shit weapons then. Like you should be dead.
Kill you. You're literally right there.
No, Jensen.
And what about the guy who fired that? He's like, oh shit. He's like, I didn't mean to.
I'm so sorry, guys. No, but they were supposed to kill him. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah. But then they captured him.
What a great laptop fucking Iron Man or Tony Stark has. You just press translate whatever fucking language and fucking spits out. That's cool.
And did you see the freaking file name that they had it under? It's ultra secret. Not just regular secret. It's ultra secret. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. It's so
Definitely don't look in here.
Yeah, nothing bad here. It's just ultra
Literally
secret.
just say, you could put anything. Just put like fucking spreadsheet. And no one's going to look.
Be less conspicuous.
Ultra secret.
Secret.
It's this. Oop,
I was
it's
like, oh my god.
it's the list for the Secret Santa. Ooh, I love the holidays.
You better not look.
You better not look.
Yeah, I was like,
Santa's gonna know, and you're not gonna get anything. I like when did you watch the way he drank that bourbon or whatever the fuck? He like
just straight?
no, like
on rock?
no, not that. Also, he makes it look really good. And I remember the time I drank bourbon just over water. I was like, "Ooh, this turned into a shot real quick because I cannot sip it." They're like, "Ooh," my dad was like, "Ooh, it's so smooth." I'm like, "Yep, shot, yep, real smooth." Like, die.
You see that over there? Dad, look that way.
Dad, look that. Oh, dude, I think I saw a fish jump up and just fucking take that shot. No, but and then
No, what are you talking
he
about?
like grabbed it, like he palmed it like a goddamn basketball, and like he went like he was drinking from a goblet, like a chalice. Like, it's so weird.
I have no idea.
He drank it like he drank it like he drank it like he owned the fucking planet. But anyways, rich people, am I right?
Yeah.
Rich people flying around in metal suits, am I right?
It's only classy if you drink it from a little glass.
Yeah. And even like he made me want some, and I'm like, it looks like I feel like in my head I'm like, ooh, it's gonna taste so good, and then I'm like, ooh,
then when it actually hits
no,
your
it's
mouth.
not gonna taste good, but ooh, does it feel good later?
Do I look fucking cool though?
Ooh, babe.
Oh, I look so fucking cool.
Like, that's the thing I'm gonna do next time. I'm just gonna have like a glass of bourbon, and then just like secretly drink beer the rest of the time. Like, and be like, oh, dude, it's
just have like an empty beer can
yeah,
and then spit it back in there.
I was like, oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's
Look how fancy I am. Fucking
full
over here.
full flavored, full bodied, right? What was this? All right, and this is a segment we're gonna have on the podcast. It's called Excelsior. Hit him with that shit, Stanley. I'm doing it in post.
Excelsior.
All right, I'm doing that. I'm gonna put that. Put that in post. Leave it in there. What was the cameo for this one? Was he? He's like, oh, good to see you, or looking good, Hef. Is that this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hugh Hefner, and he just turned around with the two girls.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have an alias. Like, there's no secret name for him in any of the cameos he does.
Like,
it's just as himself.
I think he's just gonna be listed as Stan the Man. I'm gonna look, or maybe it'll say.
Okay, yeah, because
I'll look. I'm looking it up currently. Ooh.
Because when I was looking at the after credits stuff, it says Stan Lee and it said himself. So I was like, wait, does he just play himself like the whole movie? So he's just Stan Lee? Or
Oh yeah, it just says Stan Lee on this thing on IMDb.
Yeah, so I was like, I guess he's just Stan Lee in the real movies.
Yeah,
like he's just fucking himself.
Did you ever
Did
you ever see a Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer?
Yes.
Yeah, you won't remember. I don't even know why I asked.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it, but I just don't remember it.
There's at their wedding, at Reed Richards and Sue Storm's wedding. He's like, oh, I should be. He's like, the guy stops him at the door. He's like, oh, you're on the list. He's like, yeah, I'm Stan Lee. He's like, nice try, back of the line. Like, I was just like, wait, but okay, so Stan Lee exists in this universe, but the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, you created the four people behind me. Like, I'm confused. Like, oh yeah,
just don't think too hard about
the don't think too hard about it. And that's because he played the mailman, who's an actual character in the comics in the first one. Not going into Fantastic Four. Not doing it. Sorry. I'm so sorry. And Jon Favreau's the bodyguard, I think, was really good too as Happy Hogan. And
wait, so that's the Excelsior moment of the day, his cameo?
Yeah, that's always it. Why should it be like our favorite part?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I don't know, something amazing, I guess.
But yeah,
I'm drinking Dos Equis. He's not a sponsor.
What were you saying, Jon Favreau? What'd you say?
Jon Favreau, who directed the movie, he's Happy Hogan.
The driver?
Yes.
I feel like he wasn't even in this one as much.
Yeah.
It feels like he's more in them than part 2 and 3, and he didn't even direct those, right?
He directed 2, not 3. That's why.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like he was barely in this one, like, if anything.
Yeah, I guess I feel that too. Not as big as in the other ones. But he's in Spider-Man Homecoming a lot. Ooh, I tell you what, boy.
Yeah, he is. And I actually thought this is the one where Black Widow came out, and then I rewatched it. I was like, she never even came out.
That's Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I figured it out after I watched the
Good
movie.
thing you didn't sign up for that one. Jeez. All right. Anything else you want to say about Iron Man? Guess what's really good? Robert Downey Jr. was born to play this role, much like Ryan Reynolds.
Best ending scene before Infinity War. That's
okay. All right. Well, best. Ooh, it's pretty good. Best Marvel movie of the 2000s.
I don't know which ones came out in 2000.
No. I'm already saying no because I like Spider-Man 2 better than Iron Man.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I just said just best Marvel movie of like that decade, but I like.
Not in the MCU?
Yeah, just Marvel movies. I like Spider-Man 2 so much. That was my shit.
Wait, when did Avengers come out?
2012.
Well, then I have no idea. I guess it was ready to end.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I would not remember.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that your pick is Daredevil.
Fuck yeah. Fuck me up with some Daredevil all day, baby.
All day.
Give me some more fucking bullseye.
Yeah, he showed up. By the way, he showed up in season 3, and he was so good.
For real?
Yeah, Bullseye was so good.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna go watch this right now. I'll be back. All right, see you guys later. Gotta go. Daredevil season 3.
There's no point. They're all dead. But someone was saying, or I watched Daredevil season 3, and one guy was like, or somebody tweeted that the guy who plays Bullseye should play Reverse Flash, and I was like, that actually makes perfect sense. Like in the Ezra Miller movie, whatever. I think.
No, I haven't seen him act, so I know what you know.
Yeah, well.
But does he act like?
No, well, he looks like him, but he's really fucking intense the whole time. He has like borderline personality disorder, so he's always like on fucking edge.
Edge?
Yeah, so it's just like he's so intense all the fucking time. So like,
and you feel like that's a Reverse Flash?
I think he could play. He would just tone it down a little bit, like during the talking parts where he's like, "Hey, Flash, I'm way faster than you. Suck my dick. I killed your mom." And then, but like when I feel like he could definitely portray like the Reverse Flash, because Reverse Flash, like he fucking hates Barry Allen with every fiber of his being.
Yeah, he'll destroy the whole fucking universe.
Exactly. He'll watch the world fucking crumble around him.
But Iron Man, right? Am I right?
I'm sorry. I really want. But I feel very strongly about this. Like, because I hate how they want to do. They're definitely not going to do it anymore. But how they wanted to make the first Flash solo movie, Flashpoint. Like, no.
Yeah, that's so dumb. Why would you skip right to that one? That's like a major point in Flash's story that doesn't come till later.
It's like you have to set up him fucking hating Barry Allen. I say you have. This is how I would do it. I'd have first movie. Yes, I know we're going off Iron Man. Iron Man's great. Everybody knows that. Fuck, get off my fucking back. I want to talk about the Flash for a little bit. First movie, I'd have him fight the Reverse Flash. It would be like, oh, he's faster than me. Oh no. And then the second movie, I'd have him fight all of his rogues. It would be like a team of his rogues, like against him. So like Captain Cold, Heatwave,
Mirror Man.
There you go. And fucking like even have like Gorilla Grodd be like the mastermind behind everything. But like sprinkling all, like basically like. Think of Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six, but the Flash versus his crazy fucking rogues gallery. Have the fucking
Rainbow Rider,
Weather Wizard, all those fucking people, like a Golden Glider.
Like, there's literally so many.
But I'm like Ezra Miller would be so good at like working off and like making fun of like his villains also. Maybe I'm putting too much Spider-Man on it. but I think it'd be really good. Like the way he's portrayed is basically kind of a lot like Peter Parker in my eyes, because he's just like, Mr. Wayne, I don't know. I've never done battle before. But I'd really like him to be like, look at this fucking. Are you kidding? Where do you even find these guys? Like, who gave you this golden gun? Damn it, Cisco. And then for the third movie, Flashpoint, like Reverse Flash, he figured it out. Like, even have the last movie end like maybe I'm thinking too much of fucking Flash season 1, which is great television. Like the way he like lets his mom die. Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched The Flash, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
That one's so sad.
Oh, it's so fucking good though, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it is.
It's just like I saw a grown man, Kevin Smith, fucking weep over that. Like he fucking, and then they gave that man fucking directing a bit. They gave him the director seat for fucking later on in The Flash because he put a video up of him crying because of that part. But it's so fucking sad. Just like I think that's why I like certain superheroes more. Like Spider-Man, like he gets these powers and everything gets fucking worse. Superman, like Superman fucking like he has all this power and his fucking dad, Jonathan Kent, fucking just falls over and dies because of a heart attack. You can super speed run him to the fucking hospital right now. It's not gonna fucking nothing's gonna work. Like it's just I like it because it seems more human when you get powers and things get worse.
Yeah.
So Flash not being able to save his mom. Anyways, we're off on a big old tangent. How about that Iron Man movie? Good job. Oh, so sorry.
Best Iron Man out of the 3?
Definitely not even a fucking best Iron Man.
Question?
Yeah, it's not even a fucking question. But I think the best Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark Iron Man performance is in Civil War.
True.
I think it's really. I love how he comes full circle, and even Infinity War, fucking just great character work. Thank you, Russo brothers. Fucking, I give you a straight kiss on the mouth.
Oh God, if I ever see you, be expecting.
I'm gonna fucking plant one right on you.
It's gonna be juicy.
You guys better push your heads together. I'm gonna get right in there. I don't think we should have a rating system. Honestly, oh, it's fucking.
Nah, I mean, it's fine. We're just talking about it. Like, not to rate it.
It's a great fucking movie.
Iron Man 2, great movie all around. You really learn about who Iron Man is and all that. How his arrogance at first, super arrogant. That's crazy. I was like, dude, this guy's so fucking full of himself.
Yeah, but does he?
But then he learns.
It's the women's fault. It's all those girls' fault. They feed right into it. And he fucking has sex with Ricky Bobby's wife. And fuck.
Yeah.
Great movie. Changed the fucking superhero genre as we know it. Technical Marvel. No pun intended. What more can we say? Sounds like nothing, I guess. I guess nothing.
Yeah, sounds nothing.
All right. Thank you, Justin, for joining me, even though you had to suck a dick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always have time for that.
All right, so thank you guys so much for. If you made it this far, you're either Michael Ross or my mother, and I just want to say, hey,
thank you to both.
How you living? How's it going?
Meatloaf.
We want it now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you guys for make sure to. The reason we started this is because the YouTube channel and stuff. So. Iron Man's a big reason for that. Didn't talk about that. Got sidetracked because of the Flash, and I had too many beers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NewWorldNerds, and keep nerding out there, true believers. Tune in next week for the Incredible Hulk. Definitely not going to say it's the inaugural episode in the beginning of that one. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think about it. Get out of here.
Just listen to it.
Just put the best podcast to put your fucking ears into.